Bristol.
I thought, yeah, so it turned out to be.
Oh yeah, it was so funny that.
Yeah, I've got like an army ration on me today. It's like a potato curry.
You wait till you see that football.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah, Thursdays I can't really because obviously working on the Friday. Yeah.
Hey up all, and welcome to another Hengist Wild Camps. Well, I'm back out in the Peak District, and if I sound a bit bunged up, I got a bit of a cold after that Scottish trip. I think Dave caught it as well, but it's not too bad. Well, as you can see, I'm not on my own today. I've been invited out with Paul, Lesley and Michael, and we're going to a spot that Lesley's got in mind in the Upper Derwent Valley. So it should be a good one. The weather's pretty nice, there's no rain. It's not boiling hot, it's about 9 degrees. I think it's going to drop down to about 4 tonight. And yeah, it's nice to be out, get some fresh air, even though I've got a bit of a cold. Right, well I'll show you some views as I'm walking along, but for the moment I'm going to plod on.
Abort mission.
Get in.
Well done, that man.
This is where I'm going to fall in the drink, innit?
That's some good footage.
Hang on, Michael, hang on. I mean, if it's almost a dead cert, mate. Not yet.
Go on man, you can do it. Run faster than the water will get you wet.
Oh yeah!
Hey!
I did it!
Yeah, the grass is a bit rough, isn't it? You might have to go up next to it. I do. Lesley.
Oh, I don't mind the radio that much.
You're right.
Well, we've just arrived at our camp spot. We're in the Upper Derwent Valley and we're camped next to the Derwent River. There's Michael, Lesley and Paul. And we've just been having a scout around looking for somewhere to get our tents up. And I think we've all found a suitable spot. I'm thinking of just between me trekking poles down there, putting my tent there. Wind's coming from that direction, but I don't think it really matters if I have the small end of my tent into wind tonight, because I don't think it's going to get above 20 miles per hour the gusts. Although it is whistling down this valley a bit, it's not terribly strong. Right, well, without further ado, I think I'll get my tent up. Well, that's my tent up. I've got Nelt in it, my bag's just behind it. So, yeah, the next job is to get my sleeping pad, my sleeping bag and my pillow in my tent sorted out. So, I'll get on with that. Well, finally, it's about 5:15 and I've got my tent up and I've got everything in it sorted. I've got my bag, etc. Well, rather me rub it on, I'll turn the camera around, give you a quick look. Right, well, as we approach the door, let's start with the porchway. I've got my Kestrel, Osprey Kestrel 48 rucksack there. Some electrical items, some water, sit mat, 4 tins of McEwen's, some food for later on. There's my stove, pots, pans, windshield, everything in there. There's some fuel, and as we move into the inside of the tent, I brought me my trusty old silver mat. I'm still on the Climate Static Insulated V-Light. There's my Flex Tail Neck Contour pillow attached to it. My repaired -3 down bag, and on top I've got my down trousers, down boots and my down jacket, and some bits and bats just scattered around at the bottom. Right, well, there's one last job to do, and that's to get my boots off. So I'm going to dive in tent and I'll get on with that, and I'll bring you back in a minute or two.
No, compression set.
Oh, yeah.
I've finally got a compression set. In fact, I could have gone slightly smaller.
Hey! Well, finally, I've got my boots off and oh, it's nice to wiggle those toes. I'm all sorted, got everything laid out in my tent, how I like it, and it's time to now sit down, relax, and turn my thoughts to enjoying the evening. Well, it's usually around about this time. My thoughts also turn to having a tin of McEwen's Champion 7.3. Whoa. Well, tonight's beer is courtesy of Andy and Marina, who very kindly donated to my Buy Me a Beer fund. So thanks to the both of you, I really appreciate that. Well, everybody at home, let's get it cracked open. Oh, it smells as good as it always does. Well, everybody at home, good health and cheers. By gum, hey, that's good beer, that is. Oh, that hit the spot. Right, well, as I said, I'm just going to get my thoughts together, unwind. Now I've sat down, get my bearings, and look forward to this evening. In the meantime, I'm going to drink this and have a chat with everybody, and I'll see you in a bit.
Well, good health everybody, and cheers. By gum. That's really good non-alcoholic beer, that.
Well, what a great evening it's been tonight. We've all been, well, basically just sat behind the camera. I can't be bothered turning it around. There's a little river bank where you can like dangle your legs over. Not in the water. There's like it slopes down to the stream. And all four of us have just been sat there on our sit pads, just chewing the fat, having a laugh, telling a few jokes, and just enjoying the evening. We did get a bit worried earlier on as the sun was going down. A few midges started to appear, so we smidged up as a precaution. But as the sun went down and the temperature dropped, they all disappeared. I mean, we ended up like, I had my hood up like when the midge menace was present, but ended up like just taking my hood off, and it was fine. And as I said, we're all just sat there having a laugh. It's been a really enjoyable evening. Well, time's approaching about 9 o'clock now, and I've got my stove set up here, and I'm thinking about getting some food on. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll get my stove lit, I'll get this grub on, I'll get it cooked, and I'll bring you back after. Well, it's been a while since I said I was getting some grub on, and the grub's down here. It's hydrating in this Mylar bag. And I've gone vegetarian tonight. I've got in this pan 2 mugshot macaroni cheeses and about a quarter of a packet of some gritted Parmesan cheese that I had left over. So wherever my spoon is here, let's give it a stir. Whoa, that is swimming with melted cheese. Well, it smells and looks good, this, so let's give it a taste. It's very hot, this. I'm just going to blow the spoon so I don't burn my mouth. That's well nice. Very warming and filling. Well, I'm going to get stuck into this and then carry on chatting to everybody else. So, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Well, sun's gone down. We've all been sat outside having a chat. It's been a right laugh. I'm so grateful to Paul for inviting me out tonight, even though I've got a bit of a cold. It's not bad enough to stop me coming out. and I think it's done me the world of good, getting a bit of fresh air, green air inside me, and it's certainly put a smile on my face being with all these people tonight. Paul, Lesley and Michael. It's been a really good night. We've been telling a few jokes and relaxing and all sat around, and yeah, everybody's starting to bed down now. I've zipped my tent up. I'm tucked up in my sleeping bag, ready to get my head down, to be honest. But yeah, nice little spot this. I think I must have camped here many years ago. Well, not camped. Many years ago when I first started wild camping. I couldn't afford a tent. I started off with a bivvy bag and I progressed to a tarp. But I think, yeah, I have slept here once in the past. I've slept all up and down this valley over the years, but never actually pitched a tent here. And it was Lesley's idea, and it's turned out to be a really good campsite. You know, we've got 4 of us all camped together. It's been a real good vibe to the evening. Well, on that note, as I said, got a bit of a cold still, so I'm looking forward to having a kit. So I'm going to get my head down. So I will say good night all, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everybody. Time's just gone 8:30. Wow, what a good sleep I had last night. And I think my cold shifted. I don't feel ill this morning. Weird. Well, it's not weird. I suppose that's what happens. Well, I suppose best open tent door, have a look outside, see what it's like. Seems a bit windy. Yeah, it's not too bad out there. A little bit windy, bit of rain in the air. Right, well, I'm going to turn my thoughts to getting a brew on, so I'll get on with that. Well, that's my morning brew done. I shall just grab it and have a drink. Oh, I needed that to start the day. Well, I've got wireless on, I'm just waiting for news to come on. So I'm going to listen to news, drink my brew, and then turn my thoughts to packing up. But I'm having a very, very lazy morning. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I'll get on with this brew and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Well, that's me finally out of the tent. My rucksack's just down there, all packed up, about to fall over yet again. And I'm just having a last look around. Just here is where I have my tent, and as I said, last look around, any tent pegs, or more importantly, any little bits of rubbish. But I picked everything up, it's spotless. Michael, Lesley and Paul's pitch, exactly the same. They've tidied up after themselves because, like we all do, we leave no trace so others can enjoy it. Well, I'm going to get my bag on, and we're going to start to plod on back to cars. And I think we might be going to a cafe for a spot of breakfast or something like that. Anyway, I'll get my bag on and I'll see you in a bit. Right, well that's all 4 of us now. All got our bags on, ready for the off. And as I said, we're going to plod on up that hill behind me, get onto the path, then walk back to cars, and I think we're going to Calf. So I'll show you some views as we're plodding along in this early morning light. Well, it's not that early. And I'll speak to you as we get a bit further along. Time for a little update. We've just crossed this treacherous river crossing, and we took our life in our own hands, and we all made it successfully across, apart from one person, Michael, who slipped and put his foot in water and his socks are wringing wet through, so that's what he's doing, wringing them out. Well, I just thought I'd let you know what we're up to. We're still plodding on back through the Upper Derwent Valley, but yeah, I've just stopped to take my coat off. Lesley's done the same. Michael's wringing his socks out. So yeah, I'll speak to you as we're walking along, but for the moment I'm going to plod on.
Yeah.
Hello, sheepy. Hello.
Ram you. Ram you, be true.
Hey. Yeah, so you know, well, we parked that time, just then we got to the Derwent edge.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
What past Wheelstones?
This area, it's totally underestimated.
Yeah.
I love it. I've done over my 20 years of camping in Peak District.
Yeah.
I've done most of my camping Derwent and possibly Bleaklow. It's only recently I've been going up Kinder the last few years quite a lot. I mean, Kinder has its own charms, but
It does.
I love it round here.
Yeah. The thing with Kinder is it always seems to be busy, doesn't it? Whereas
Yeah.
you come around here, yeah, you do still see people, but it's a lot less busy, and so it's more sort of like what you're wanting, isn't it? You know, you're wanting a nice secluded wild camp that's quiet and you can just.
But it's still got that lovely green smell and fresh air.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, so I much prefer the Derwent area myself to be.
Me filming you, you filming me.
Don't cross the stream. Great movie that.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Hey on, mate.
Alright, mate. Well, that's me, finally back at the car. I'll keep this quick. I'm going to get all this gear off into the back at car, and then we're going to get down to cafe. So I'll do that, and I'll see you down at cafe. Well, we just arrived in Hathersage, and we're in the outside cafe upstairs, and we're all just looking at menus. I think I'm going to have a full English breakfast. So when it turns up, once we've got it ordered, I'll let you have a look at it. Well, my breakfast has just turned up. I'll turn camera around and give you a look. I've got a fried egg, 2 massive sausages, some beans, mushrooms, tomatoes, fried bread, hash browns. Right, well, let's get stuck in and see what it's like.
No, don't have it. Half each.
No, you have it.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, sweetie. Do you want an extra thing I don't like? Those triangular things?
I'll have one of those, yeah. Ashy browns. Beat you to
Hash
it.
browns, yeah. I'm not really keen on these.
Oh, sausages are delicious.
That sausage is massive. That is
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to really enjoy this, and I'm
That's
going to get stuck into it, and I'll catch up with you.
they are amazing bits. I hope they taste like those.
Isn't it funny really, because you wouldn't imagine it. You go one country with like 3 strangers and you get stuck about gas cookers and tents and sleeping bags and it's like, oh, what water filter have you got?
Yeah, that remote stove was a bit.
Well, that was a lovely breakfast. What a good way to round off that camp. Well, thanks to Paul for inviting me out.
You're welcome, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Lesley, for choosing the campsite. And thank you, Michael, for joining us. It's been a really good camp, really enjoyed it. And as I said, I think I've turned a corner with this cold. I don't feel as bunged up as I do after having a good night's sleep. Well, as I said, it's been a really good camp, and I'm about to dive in car and start the drive home now. But before I do that, I just want to say thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. And as I always say at the end of my videos, I look forward to your comments, because I do enjoy reading those and replying to them. Well, on that note, there's not really further to say, apart from I'll see you next time for another Hengist Wild Camps. And until then, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from everyone else.
Bye.
Bye.